Hi, boys and girls. Um, I promised you at the beginning of the year that we will have weekly video summaries. Now that the holidays are over, I could start recording for you and sending you. Probably during this week, you will receive two or three of them, and then the rest next week. So we will start going through the various lessons that we had, and I I would like to begin with a video that dealt, or not with a video, with a picture that dealt with the size of Israel. So if you remember, the length of Israel from the bottom to the top is like the distance from Montreal to Toronto. Like the distance from Montreal to Toronto. The width of Israel at the widest point, which is around here, at the widest point, it's like the distance from Montreal to Mont Tremblant. At the narrowest point, the width of Israel is like from school to the Olympic Stadium. And what I taught you was that if the world were a puzzle and we could lift each piece out, Israel is so small that we would be able to drown it in Lake Ontario. So the question is, why is Israel so important to us? And if you remember, we spoke about that Israel is mentioned in the Bible. God promises the land of Israel to Abraham and his children. It's a two-part promise. One, that the land of Israel will belong to the children of Abraham, and that the children of Abraham will make up the Jewish people. So what I like to call in Hebrew, Ha'am ve'ha'aretz, the nation and the land, were promises that were given by God to Abraham. Originally, that promise was unconditional. The Jewish people had to do nothing to receive those. When the Ten Commandments were given later on, a condition for the fulfillment of the promise was that the Jewish people would have to obey the laws of the Torah. We learned that the temple was destroyed in the year 70. And when the temple was destroyed, the Jewish people were basically taken away by the Romans and from Israel, from Jerusalem, Israel, and they were taken all over the world. They were taken to Africa. They were taken to the northern coast of Africa. They were taken to Persia, Babylonia. They were taken into Europe. And when so that's how the Jewish people left the land, almost all, but there were some Jews that remained in Eretz Israel. And when those people that were taken out, they usually were sold as slaves by the Romans. And when those slaves were freed, they moved into Europe. And that's how there was a Jewish community in Europe. From the year 70 till about 1870, 1880, almost 2,000 years, the Jewish people prayed to return to Eretz Israel, but they really did nothing to accomplish that goal. Some things were happening in Europe to cause Jews to want to return, to reverse these arrows and come back into Eretz Israel. And those reasons are going to make up part of our first few sessions as we prepare for finding the reason why the Jewish people suddenly wanted to go back to Eretz Israel. So I will stop with that as the first session, and you will tell me in class how you like these videos. This video is 4 minutes, 5 minutes long. Thank you.